Yo everybody, welcome back. We've got some Olympia football on tap. It is the week after we beat the Toledo Rockets and we're taking on Oklahoma coming up. And how about that first game against Toledo? That was an instant classic. I mean, that was just amazing. You see on the screen here, National Player of the Week on defense, Bradley Garrett, who had a phenomenal game. Guess who didn't have a good game? Kyle Linehan and Utah. They lost to Utah State. Carson Liljinquist actually had a really great game there for Utah State. And Dylan Murdoch, despite the struggles from Kyle Linehan, went for 4 receptions for 100 yards and a touchdown of his own. So a pretty good game for Utah, or for Utah State. Dylan Murdoch at least had a good game. And then BYU ended up losing to Arizona. Nothing notable from Chris Harris in that game. And we're about to jump into some high school football. Look at this run from Atari Mason on the pitch here. A little wide receiver triple option. Jukes a few guys and then scores a touchdown. Let's kick it over to high school football. And we've got West Jordan. Look at this throw from Roa Latu. Bam! Dangerous pass there. Almost gets intercepted. And it's Bingham back after an interesting first week game they had against, I believe that was Highland. And here you see Pele Latu, the run-stopping defensive end, the brother of Roa, actually forcing a nice sack there on defense. Here's Roa again, not known as a runner, more of an improvising quarterback, but the lefty's got some speed on him, and here he's just going to kind of do some short checkdowns. He's never going to throw the ball super deep unless he's out of the pocket when the play's breaking down and guys are running around. That's just his kind of style here. And he had a decent game. Here he finds his wide receiver, and they were up pretty big here in the first half. This run would kind of cap it all off as he just take it inside, reading the defense really well. Not a bad day from him. Pele Latu getting in the backfield all day long on defense. Here he is, run stopping that he's known for. That's going for a touchdown if he doesn't make that play. Jeremy Reyes, and the Bingham Miners here. Back on offense, Ty Crease, the wide receiver, finally getting involved there as they go ahead and cut this lead down. It's now 7-3. Roa Latu taking off. He's got to score something. Here he's again. Sacked on the throw. Almost sacked. Actually, somehow throws out of that one. And that's Nick Larson, the defensive tackle. Little stunt there he ran. Almost gets to him, but somehow misses and trips on the tackle. Roa throwing this one out, and it gets picked off, and they would actually go on to lose that game 13-7, as Ty Crease would have 2 catches for 26 yards. Not a great day for him. Roa Latu, 16 for 24 for $150 and an interception. Bad day for him overall. And then Pele Latu had a really good day. He had 3 tackles, and one of them was for a loss, and he got a sack as well. Wow. So out of that group, I heard Roa and Pele both kind of want to be a package deal. Both of them kind of looking to come to Olympia at the moment. It's not exactly a blowaway race in any which direction, though. Ty Crease is not currently looking at Olympia, but we'll see if we can sway him in the coming weeks, as we have looked to focus on the passing game deep a little bit more, and that's kind of his style, as a deep threat. So here we are practicing for Oklahoma. It's going to be a battle. I'm not ready for it. Cole Bright is a beast. And speaking of beasts, here we have a high school that you should be familiar with. This is Kyle Linehan's high school. We've got Pineview, and they're against Lone Peak. A big, heavy underdog here is Lone Peak, as Pineview would start early and often, and that's Christian Armstrong making his name realistic there as he throws it deep down the field. He's an unrefined guy with a lot of potential. Christian Armstrong handing it off to Eddie Jong. Eddie Jong, kind of more of a receiving back, think more Alvin Kamara. Interesting thing about him is he's Korean, and you don't see many Koreans playing football. Actually, Korean born in America, so that's pretty cool. Eddie Jong taking off with this screen pass here, as he really does excel in that passing game. That's where he's best. And then back on offense here, it's Lone Peak throwing it deep. That is Rudy Rutherford, and the little guy actually making a pretty good move there to get open. Sometimes you have to do it that way. He would have a monster day as Christian Armstrong throwing a pick here. Bad pass from Christian. Rudy back on offense, and he's catching the under routes, he's catching the over routes, he's catching every single route. Gets jammed, he doesn't care, he just goes in anyway. Little skinny post there. Gets jammed again, and he's making them really regret going zone defense here. Lone Peak down now, and they've got to tie the game up as they're going down the field. It's 35-28. Throw to Rudy Rutherford. He's down at about the 10-yard line. And then here we go, 4th down. Looking for Rudy Rutherford, his security blanket, and he was well covered, and that would be a loss. Pineview would win 35-28 over Lone Peak. Christian Armstrong, 15 for 18, 216 yards, 1 touchdown, but 2 costly interceptions almost. He did have 2 rushing touchdowns though as well. Not known for as a runner, but he can do it. Eddie Jong had 12 runs for 30 yards, but then he had 7 receptions for 50 yards. Javante Jackson, we didn't get to really see him. He had 1 catch for 27 yards, and Justin Jackson on defense had 2 tackles. Rudy Rutherford had 9 catches for $150. Really good day for him in Lone Peak. Unfortunately, unable to come up with the win at the end there. We've got one more high school game to watch, but first we're going to look at a little bit more Olympia football here. Again, Oklahoma, Cole Bright. He's from Watauga, I believe, or Watauga. I'm not exactly sure how you say that in Texas, but really not exactly a big town guy. He took Haltom High School when he was in high school to the state championships and won them twice in a row. Was a big 5-star recruit for Lincoln Riley and that Sooners offense. He's really he fits in seamlessly. Not having the best of years, surprisingly, he's a bit under. Still projected to be the #1 overall pick in next year's NBA in an NFL draft. As here we are in our final high school game of the week. This was Harriman versus Timpview, as early and often it was a defensive showing, really. This was not the best of games for offense. Here we have Tyler Davis, we just missed, and then on offense it's Wesley Dunmore, the dual threat, currently with Olympia, I think, as his 3rd or 4th option, not exactly high in the list. Wesley Dunmore actually just handing it off here. Harriman having a bit of a down year, not expected to do all that well. And Timpview is one of the more favorite teams here. Here's Joseph Banks, really trying to get to that 2nd level. He can accelerate out there. And then Tyler Davis, he's a field general. He doesn't exactly have a strong arm, but he can throw a tight pass. Look at this catch. Boop. Just barely gets his 2 feet in bounds. That is an NFL catch right there. Tyler Davis was killing him on the short routes all day, but hey, he showed he could throw it deep as well. Nice pass down the edge of the field there. Wesley Dunmore back on offense. He's going to get a nice throw here. Interestingly enough, didn't really run the ball today. He's one of the top dual threat quarterbacks in the state of Utah, and he was not running it very much. Both of these quarterbacks are 3-star, as this was the Sports Center top 10 play of the week. Here you see he throws a pick, Wesley does, and then that's big tight end 82. I'll have to get his name next time I'm down here because he was a monster. Throwing the pick back, and now Wesley Dunmore. Easy score. That's big number 82 again. Has a Sports Center top 10 highlight and then makes a catch like that and a touchdown. Tyler Davis trying to solidify the end of this game. He did throw that 1 pick, but otherwise he was pretty solid. This is Grant Fogelson handling a double team and then pancaking somebody. Just a dominating performance for Timpview here. As a deep ball for Tyler Davis, that would basically seal it. They would win 21-10. Tyler Davis, 21 for 28 for 216 yards, a touchdown and interception. Joseph Banks did get 1 pancake. Grant Fogelson, sorry, I blanked on his name, had 2 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. And then Wesley Dunmore, unfortunately not a great day. He was 19 for 21, really accurate on the day, but he only had a $150, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and most notably, 0 attempts at running the ball. So there you have it for this week in high school football. A lot of exciting things to look forward to in the recruiting trail. A lot of these guys are maybe not going to start from day 1, maybe not even day 2. Maybe by junior year, by the time they're upperclassmen, though, they can make an effect. And really, that's what we're going to be relying on, as our upperclassmen are going to have to step it up for this upcoming game against Oklahoma. Thank you so much for watching this week, and I hope you're ready to take on the Sooners and Cole Bright. I'll see y'all then.